All right, party people. Today, we're going to be going over PTH and calcium and how they relate in regards to this question. What the USMLE is going to do is they're going to give you a chart, something like this, and you're going to have to be able to discern what it is that they're asking and make the best possible choice out of the options provided. In the top left, you can see on the y-axis, there is PTH. On the x-axis, there is calcium. Now, in this case, PTH is extremely high and calcium is extremely low, less than 7. Normal ranges for calcium are 8.4 to 10.2. At the end of the video, I'll provide a bonus fun fact for those of you that stick around. At this point, I recommend you guys pause the video, make your selection, and I'll subsequently go through the answer choices and giving you the correct answer as compared to the wrong answers. And we'll go through reasons as to why one is correct and why the others are incorrect. Boom! Osteomalacia is the correct answer. Let's run through these answer choices and see why the incorrect ones are incorrect, and we'll finish up with why osteomalacia is the correct answer. So starting with PTH adenoma, what you would see in this case is a high PTH level as well as an increased serum calcium level. The increased PTH level would cause an increase in bone resorption, therefore would increase the calcium level. Also, it would increase the renal calcium reabsorption in the distal tubule, as well as activate 1-alpha hydroxylase in the PCT of the kidney, therefore resulting in increased dihydroxy vitamin D, which would increase calcium and phosphate reabsorption in the gut. Next up, we have osteoporosis. This one is super straightforward, but a lot of students mess this up. Key to remember is that all labs are normal. PTH, normal. Calcium, normal. Phosphate, normal. ALP, normal. A lot of students will say things like, oh, I thought calcium would be low. No, everything is normal. Remember that. Next up, we've got osteopetrosis. This one is a congenital deficiency of carbonic anhydrase 2. This results in impaired osteoclast resorption. Inside osteoclasts, you've got the splitting of carbonic acid into bicarb and a proton. Those protons concentrate on the bone itself and causes the breakdown, hence the resorption. Now, if carbonic anhydrase 2 is deficient, like in osteopetrosis, obviously you have increased bone density. However, you will also have an increase of risk of fractures because the bone is fragile. What you'll typically see with osteopetrosis is fractures in various stages of healing. Now, it's important to rule out child abuse. So, for example, if the question says, oh, the child is avoiding eye contact with a bunch of random bruising and sketchy parents, then we know child abuse is the correct answer. Or if you see blue sclera, boom, we know that it's an osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a collagen 1 defect. But that's only if the USMLE is being nice, serving us a softball question with easy buzzwords. The key here is to remember that in this case also, all labs are normal. And this is essentially a diagnosis of exclusion. All right, so now we're at osteomalacia, the correct answer. And this is vitamin D deficiency in adults. This is analogous to rickets in children. Here, we're going to have low calcium, low phosphate, and high PTH due to decreased 1,25-dihydroxy vitamin D. This causes impaired calcium and phosphate absorption in the gut, and a low calcium level results in high PTH as a compensatory mechanism. PTH may be normal, but it's often elevated. This is the correct answer. Next up, we're going to rule out metastatic malignancy. Here, cancer in the bone. Due to cytokine-mediated bone resorption, you will have a high calcium level in your serum. So the readings on the chart would be high calcium and a low PTH due to negative feedback. Now, this does not match what we see in the chart, so we know that it's an incorrect answer. Now, as the final bonus info promised at the beginning of the video, one of the possible answers for this chart where you have high PTH and low calcium that I did not include in the original option choices would be secondary hyperparathyroidism due to renal failure. So that also could have been a correct answer. Thanks for viewing the video. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe.